Hey everyone, back with a new abandoned video, and this time we're checking out an abandoned rehab center. There's a few things I can tell you about this. Number one, this building originally operated as a type of nursing home slash senior care center or assisted living center, and at some point switched over to a long-term treatment center for drug and alcohol addiction. And I can tell you when it did operate as the treatment center, it had horrible reviews. Basically, the review said that staff wasn't doing their job, residents were being neglected, and a lot of bad things were taking place here, which may or may not have resulted in the closure of this place. And I'm almost certain that it did operate up until earlier this year, 2018. So it's only been abandoned, as far as I know, a number of months. Could be wrong, but that's my hunch. We've driven past this place before and have seen activity here up until earlier this year. So I can't show you the outside of the building. I can tell you it's 3 stories tall and takes up about half a block, so it's a good sized building here. And from what we can see, our initial impression, it's very actively decayed and moldy already. We didn't bring our mask because we didn't think it was going to be in that bad a shape, so we're going to kind of go through this a little quicker than normal. I'm not going to show you every single room or area, but anything that's worth showing, I will share it with you guys. So, you ready?
We're ready.
All right, come along with us. The other thing I want to mention too is on the outside we did see shopping carts and some personal trash. So there's definitely signs of people coming and going from this building. So we may or may not encounter someone here, hoping that we don't, but it is definitely a real possibility. So we just have to play it safe and be on guard. Now the crazy thing, I'll show you when we walked in here. There's some vending machines, and there's still items. This one's still sealed up, but the glass is broken here, and there's still candy bars and stuff. Bags of chips. So if someone's staying here, they have a temporary supply of food.
Gotcha.
I wonder if there's dates on these. As we mentioned when we came in, there's a shopping cart here. I forgot to show it, but I decided to take out one of these candies, and hopefully you can see the date. Give me a second here, I'll focus it. February 2018. So the stuff was put in sometime into 2017, beginning 2018. I'm just surprised that no one smashed that glass and took the drinks out of there.
Or money inside.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that. There's probably still money in there.
They didn't even open it. They just took the food.
The part that's troubling me, though, is that if this was active up until early this year, then this was already starting to decay while it was still an active place, because this is pretty bad condition. There's a dining room. The floor is buckling. There's some sofas up here. If anyone was to be staying here, I'd imagine they're going to be on the upper floors. There's still blinds in the windows. Got a staircase there. Must be a recreation room. It's almost like a mini gymnasium, but it's got a hollow floor. So there are some checks laying over there, but they're not for this building. They're actually from out of the area. This has like a prison vibe to it. You get let out of your cell and you have your hour of freedom in here. Okay, so we came from that area. The dining room and kitchen areas are over there. And we just came out of the makeshift gymnasium. So we're gonna make our way upstairs. Anyone up here? I'm just taking pictures. These look like the resident rooms. Looks like they had a shared bathroom. Jeez. Yeah, people have been here. There's towels hanging there, and they're putting a trash bag over the toilet to change it every so often. These floors are in bad shape. There's a shower curtain there, it's closed. It's kind of curious. Anyone in here?
Footprints over there, all the paper towels.
So we're noticing two of these rooms, the windows are propped open. This one has a Bible. The other room has a 2x4 propping the window open. This is definitely a weird vibe in here. I'm kind of confused as to its closing date now because of how badly decayed it is. These rooms actually aren't in bad shape. The drop ceiling tiles are still intact. No holes in the wall, no graffiti. Carpet's actually clean over here. Still got some leftover furniture. Here's a envelope for someone's cell phone. Came across this paper laying on the ground. It says addicted. It says, the names here, I covered it up. It says, I'm addicted to hair, wine, and crystal. And his life is filled with anger and weed. Addicted to the homeless lifestyle, homeless. So this is, looks like one of their maybe applications or initial, I guess it's just like a questionnaire to see what they're dealing with when the people come in. There's easily signs of people staying here. I mean, it's a big building. Not many people know about it. Here's a like squatter's haven here. They even got a painting on the wall. They got some makeshift shelving with the milk crates. You can see the remnants of the nursing home. They had the call signals for the staff. So a larger room. Let's check this one out. 116. So this has a connected bathroom here. Look at this. There's, I think, someone's little personal hole right there. But not only that, got a knife laying right there. And someone's sweater. That's where the call button was for the senior center. Let's see, patient room checklist. All beds to be made neatly, towels hung up, hygiene items kept in bins, soaps kept in soap dishes, nothing kept on beds or dressers, clothing articles must be hung on hangers. No food or beverages, daily inspection, 8:45 a.m. So here's a little cubby kitchen area for staff or residents, but now it's a kitchen area for vagrants. Date on this. 9/26/2018. Don't touch the coffee. I touched it. So, Mike mentioned earlier the upper floors, at least the second floor so far, is better than the first floor. Not as much mold or decay. It's more or less just water damage. That's moldy. Yeah, that's neat. So here's some more signs from the nursing home area to silence the buzzers. This looks like a med cart. And we walked into which looks like a common area. Some sofas and tables and desks and chairs, and probably their one shareable TV that everyone has to agree on the channel to watch. So you can see all the bottles and stuff. People have definitely been here, no doubt. Maybe a little bit too cold now to be here now, but there's a chance I'll be coming back. Here's a chore list. It's very eerily quiet in here. Like, you don't hear any outside traffic or noise. Makes it a little bit unsettling. Private. So you just, try to imagine what took place here. And again, from the reviews that I read, residents that were staying here for treatment were not being treated, and the place was kind of being run like an out of control jail, so to speak. Fighting, I'm sure illegal substances were brought in. The people that came here for treatment probably didn't leave any better than they came in. Oh yeah, that's huge. There's a sticker note on it. What'd that say?
Front arent, first floor.
I like these double doors here too. They're pretty massive with the wood trim around it. Got an old surveillance camera. Take a look through here. I'm going to dim my light so we don't show outside. So here's the main entrance. We got a nice chandelier and a stained glass door. And you can see it says there, front entrance, clean floor, white hardwood floor, mop hardwood floors. So, as to whether or not the people were being held accountable for their tasks is questionable. Well, here's a time clock. It's in pretty nice shape still. It's like a perfectly good copier. And that window looks pretty awesome there. So we got some office areas here. It's like there's files packed up here and they were never taken. I'm not going to go through them for confidential privacy reasons, but yeah, these are resident files. Excuse me. They're dated 2016, somewhere 2017. And look at this lockbox is full of keys. Like that's almost like janitorial keys. These are actually all room keys. This chair is a really nice chair. Very ornate. So here's some words of wisdom, I guess. Ask yourself in everyday life, do I really want to do this, or am I doing it to make someone else happy? Very true there. You got to take care of yourself first. So I guess there's reminders of how to keep on tabs. I should say keep tabs on your addiction. So it's pretty safe to say nearly everything is left behind. It's just in really bad shape. There's even a computer right there. That's the monitor, keyboard. You saw the mini fridge. This is someone's personal item. elevator. Look at this door here. It's kind of wild. There's weekend passes if you want to go out. So let's make our way up. You can tell no one's used these steps, they're all full of cobwebs. But they have been used, there are footprints. So I think we're entering the third and final floor. So it appears this floor is even in better shape. Anyone up here? Walls are still very nicely painted. I wonder if this was like the females level. Female residence. So it's kind of a duplicate of downstairs. Same setup, just in better condition, different wall colors. This physical therapy ball. Some personal waste.
Which is in.
So here's their calendar. So I have more confirmation of dates here. April 2017. So I may have been mistaken. I thought this was operating up until early 2018. But even so, if this was abandoned in April 2017, this place decayed in record time. Be kind of curious to power on that computer, see what's on there. Probably a lot of confidential data. Why is that phone ringing? Hello? No, the treatment center is closed. All right, you're welcome. Oh, here we got calendar, May 2017, and someone's bulletin board with their personal contents here. Children's photos, pets, greeting cards, crazy stuff. And look at someone was packing up to leave and maybe wasn't given the opportunity to take everything. These blue chairs are pretty nice. I like the color. Perfectly good office chair. Want some nuts? So the way this is set up, the front half of the building here is personnel, staff. The second half is resident rooms. And that's how it repeats on the second and third floor. Refrigerator. Yeah, these rooms are really great shape. Completely intact, clean, carpet's clean. Actually smells good in here. It's kind of bizarre how this building is in two different conditions. Third floor is almost like it could still be used today. First floor looks like it's been abandoned for 10 years. Small conference table. Moving boxes. They have the keypad on the door. Glass is still intact. I do want to make mention though that we're probably the first ones to ever film this building, because even if the dates are correct on the calendars, May, April 2017, I don't think really many people know this place is abandoned. It's sitting in the middle of a city, highly residential area, really busy. And aside from vagrants and squatters coming in, I think we're the first explorers to share it with you guys. So as you can tell, no graffiti, no vandalism, no broken glass. It's rare to find it. And there's still contents left inside. So far I'm really enjoying this explore. If you are as well, give it a thumbs up. So that's where we came up. There's still a key there for the door. It's a nice little shelf there. And Mike explained that everything is labeled here. There's a lot of moving boxes, contents left behind, and it's like they were ready to go, but weren't given the opportunity. It's like a laundry bin. We've got an easel. Oh, back here we got some pretty expensive looking washers, dryers. I got 2 front load washers, 2 front load dryers. Those are Amanas, I think they're called. These are worth some money. Empty. And those of you that aren't aware of this type of facility, this is also known as a halfway house or sober living. It's basically a transitional house where people come here with their addictions to be treated, and it's considered long-term care treatment. Sorry. But basically they're here for, I think, a minimum of 90 days, maybe upwards of 6 months. And they're not only brought off their drug of choice and treated for it, but they're taught how to live as a person in society, basically. You know, that's why they're given chores to do, and they're have standards to keep, or else they won't be able to stay here. But it's unfortunate when you get bad staffing who doesn't care about the residents and doesn't care about their treatment. So I believe at one point it probably was very successful, but obviously in later years it did go downhill, and reviews online did confirm that. Look at all the documents. I mean, anybody could come in here and take this stuff, and this is highly confidential, personal stuff about people's backgrounds, you know, social security numbers, stuff like that. Baffles me that gets left behind. I can make a funny joke here, don't mind the language, but there's a term out there people say, I don't even have a pot to piss in. Well, there's your pot. That's what came to mind when I saw it. It's dry, thankfully. So all in all, it's an interesting building. Downstairs, very moldy, smelly. There's another dryer. And top floor, honestly, could be reused. I would stay up here, no problem. It smells good, looks nice. Like someone's been sleeping in there. Pillows and blankets. Look at this stuff. Puzzles, books. Phantom of the Opera. Someone's hat. It's a Keurig machine. Here's staff quarters. You can see the little slip in the window here. And the speaking port. Why do these telephones keep ringing? Hello? Yeah, this place is closed. I don't know why you keep calling. Okay. I don't know why people keep calling here. The place has been closed at least a year now. At one point, this is probably a little nurse's desk or office, and they would have maybe passed out meds. Just guessing. Oh, and here's a Dutch door. Oh, they got it locked. Oh, wow. It is nice. Heavy.
Very.
Looks like the Oracle book from Neverending Story.
2010.
So that's Ron's stuff. So this is someone's belongings of a resident. Yeah, here's some more possessions. As you can tell, they have a lot of time on their hands and only one TV to share, so they have a lot of books to read. So this is someone's life in here, and sadly it got left behind. When this place closed, I'd imagine a lot of people became homeless again. (2013). So these rooms are all cleared out. You can see on the doors there's a slip of paper, they're marked done. And these toilets, these ones up here are for the most part clean, it's just water stained. Somebody took the faucets, but that's still good condition. So what do you guys think of this place so far? For me, personally, I've been watching this building for a while now, and it turned out that one of Mike's friends that he works with was in here recently, and that's how we found out that it's now accessible. Again, it's in a very high density residential area, houses all around. So it was a big risk coming in here, but as you can see, we did make it in, thankfully, because one of the doors were open. Just walked right in, and here we are. But if there's anything that you've seen in this video that makes it interesting for you, or that you'd like to comment on, please share it down below. We have a little bit more of this building to check out, and then we'll be wrapping it up. So like usual, Mike strikes again, and he's going through this box of stuff here, and we came across somebody's items that are really pretty cool. This statue, though, we don't know if it's like a knockoff replica or if it's original. It's obviously missing the head, but can't see any markings on it. But it isn't pretty neat. And I got, looks like a wood photo of a golfer. I don't know how they made that. And some Egyptian head. And what's pretty neat here is this rock is painted like a landscape. Got sky, trees, land, a river, and it's painted on both sides. And we got that item there, little Rob Zombie pin, and this highly colorful iguana, I guess?
With a broken leg.
Oh, yeah. But my favorite piece is this rock, though, because this does take some talent. And they,
Double-sided.
yeah, they even signed it Z-Ball. But that is neat. Even the top part here, it looks like rocks painted on rocks. I mean, it's really quite good.
Oh, this was Kathy's desk. Come on, we found him.
Yep. All right, we're gonna head back to actually the middle stairwell, take that down, and see if we missed anything on the first floor. And I don't know if there's a basement or not. We'll check that out as well. Arts and entertainment. Wow, this looks like a classroom. It's got a chalkboard. This may have originally been an education room. Focus on where I want to go and not where I am. And that paper there is dated 2016. If you want to read that, just pause the video. So what we discovered, if you could kind of tell, we're actually below the street level right now.
Gotcha.
So the way this building is set up is the front half is below ground and the property slopes off. And where we came in the back, it's level. We're street level there, so it's on a slope. I do like the chalkboard and the woodwork, though. It's a neat find, as well as this table. Oval. Here's some artwork.
Gotcha.
So, I was just reading this paper briefly. I'm not going to show it up close because there is some information I don't want to share, but it basically says, effective immediately, all clients will turn in their cell phones to the community manager on duty at 10 p.m. every night. Everyone gets their phone back in the morning. There will be a sign-in, sign-out sheet at the front desk. If you're caught on a cell phone after you turn your phone in, you will be immediately discharged from the program. No excuses, no exceptions. It says further, the cleanliness of most client bedrooms and bathrooms are in poor condition, as well as the building. Not everyone is doing their assigned chores, which is not acceptable. Well, based on the reviews, the staff hasn't been keeping up on the residents, or clients as they're calling them, responsibilities. So, looks like definitely some miscommunication that upper management is not happy with the conditions, but the active on-duty staff is not upholding them. And one thing we always make mention, that it's not an abandoned place, so we find either toys or Christmas items, and we found at least 1 out of 2 Christmas items. We're thinking that possibly there's a water main break or something down here, that this first bottom level is in such bad condition. It's actually a safe right there.
Administration.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, employees only. They even have a cat door.
Then you got the peephole. The only thing I didn't do was go back in this room here. I'll check that out quick. Oh, there's a kitchen back here. So when I say something as a title of Everything's Left Behind, I'm not kidding. Look at that old cast iron stove. That is massive. I think it's cast iron anyways. It looks at gas burners.
Just gonna sound like say it smells like chili powder, and there it is.
Oh my God, look at, it's still full of food.
God.
They didn't even bother cleaning it out. Oh, that stinks. We got a meat slicer right there. There's a lot of money just in this room alone. There's the rack for the pots and pans. Some uncooked pasta. It's pretty neat. Everything's still here. They must have had an on-duty chef to make meals for the residents. Heard someone talking. I think it's outside. And further back here, looks like we got some more coolers. Here's one of those walker seats. Look at that, it's like ready to tip over. And here's a dishwasher area. Look at the size of this cooler. How the hell did it get tipped like that? This is a huge walk-in cooler. It's got to weigh a few tons at least. Look at it, it's just like resting on its side here. You need like a team of people to do that. That's crazy. I'd imagine they probably had some of the clients, as they call them, working here in the dishwasher area. Well, at least when operated, now it says do not use. I think it's locked. Okay guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed our look at this former nursing home / rehab center. A couple quick thoughts I have is, number one, this is a very strange location for the fact that the bottom level is in terrible condition, very moldy, damp, decayed, and the top level is almost mint condition. Typically it's the opposite. When the roof leaks, obviously the water comes downwards and it would reach the bottom level last. But in this case, it's the opposite. So we're guessing that maybe there was a water main break or something that had to happen down here. But aside from that, it's a cool location. We got to see a lot of contents left behind, personal possessions. We saw signs when it was a nursing home and signs when it was a rehab center. And it was a really cool place to check out. And as I mentioned earlier, I believe we're the first ones to share with you guys. This is really unknown to the community that this is abandoned, just because it's so densely populated around here. Most people won't even think about coming in here. And we lucked out that we were able to. Aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed it as well, but Mike will tell you his thoughts now.
Little nerve-wracking. It was like your heart racing the whole time, thinking you're going to find squatters, and surprisingly we didn't see anybody. Signs of people being here, but didn't see anyone here, luckily. Very cool stuff left behind. It's sad to see some of the stuff left, but it looks like they got up and left their personal belongings in most of the rooms. But all in all, it was a nice explore. I liked it.
Yeah, and it's rare that we get to see places like this so newly abandoned. Again, I was initially told and guesstimated that it was abandoned since early 2018. The signs we saw show 2017, but even so, as I mentioned already, from 2017 to now, this bottom level looks like it's been empty for 10 years. So it's kind of puzzling how it became so bad so quickly. But if you have any thoughts or comments or questions, leave them down below. If you want to see more videos just like this one, all you have to do is subscribe and ring that notification bell. Mike has a channel, Good Day for Decay. You'll have a slideshow, right?
Yep, I'll have a slideshow with this.
He takes pictures at the locations, and it gives you guys another perspective aside from my video. Also, if you enjoyed this adventure, definitely give it a thumbs up. It tells us that you like these videos. And lastly, you could follow me on Facebook. And if you'd like to help support my channel, you could pick up some JPVideos merchandise or donate to my Patreon page. And you can find all those links down below in the description. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.